So we are back at Frederick Watershed here, and we look like we are the only ones here. Not a good day to get hurt up here, huh? Never a good day to get hurt up here. Plans for the day? Well, I just don't know yet. We'll see when we get to the top. Plans are to keep the feet dry. So this is by far the coldest time I've ever ridden. 32 degrees. I had 29 coming up the mountain. It should gradually warm up, obviously. But let's talk. My tire pressure feels good. 24 and 22, by the way. And I'm about 165 pounds. So I think that's my magic number for up here. 24 and 22, that is. But I would like to get my uphill action a little better. I see a lot of these guys, they're like first gears, probably like a 50. I'm skating a 38 on the back of this for my number one gear, 1x10. And I want to get something to make this uphill a little more friendly. The thing I did forget to do is raise my tire pressure a little bit. These are a little scary here. So we're at the top here. Went down through the top of nose here. It's a little fun, but I'm feeling really good about myself so far. A little dehydrated, but let's make no excuses. I want to hit 3 saws all the way for once, and then I think I might have found the top of nose trail where I've been missing the turn. So we may hit that a second time. We'll see how this first run goes. I don't have much time today, so we're gonna make the best of it. 3 saws the whole way, first time. Ooh. Oh, off trail. Front shock, definitely too loose. I'll check it at the bottom, but that's a bummer. Right off the back. Oh, off the trail. I couldn't get my finger on the brake lever in time. Wow. Yeah, this is fun up here too. What a trail to warm up on too. At least I think, anyway. And my brakes. Front tire's a little too tight. Slid out there. And my brakes could be adjusted a little bit too. I did put some Loctite back on them, but they're a little too far out. So, kind of got me sketched on my stopping power a little bit. "32 degrees and riding, baby. 32 degrees. Whew. Eyes are watering in the cold air. Whew. Man, I just can't get a hold of my brakes today. Not good. You need those sometimes, right? 'You still gotta make the best of the circumstances, right?
Woo-hoo. Do not like the brakes. I got them way too tight now. It's a little sketchy. Anyhow, we'll get a view of Three Salts the whole way. So I did get some thread lock on the screws. Now my brakes are out too far. I just can't get the leverage to have that stopping power. I think they just need to come in a hair further because it's struggling. I'm back to 2-finger braking it, and I don't like holding on with 3 fingers when I'm jumping and going over rough terrain, for sure. Yeah, my back tire's still a little low. Trying to find a perfect sweet spot in the tire pressure, which is critical for this style of riding and this aggressive trails. It's very important. You think the pros aren't making sure their tire pressure is spot on? Absolutely. Definitely different riding in the cold too, without a doubt. I'm definitely gonna check stuff out. Something doesn't feel right. I don't know with my suspension or something, but I've been having trouble with this back shock. Not enough speed to hit that. Wow, that's smooth. Oh man, jumping that would be sweet but tight. I did bring my pressure gauge and my pump for the suspension today. Try to be prepared. I've been feeling something's up with this back shock again. I think the tire pressure is right. Feels like I'm riding like a hardtail again. It's just banging the back. My negative pressure keeps going way high. Don't know if the seal's bad or what. So we gotta address that. And I know that's what's going on right now. I can just tell by riding. I'm basically riding a hardtail right now. Yeah. Still managing our way across these hefty Frederick watershed rocks. Barely holding on there. Wow. So I was right. We got an issue with the shock, without a doubt. That's the lockout. See, there's nothing there. It's like once I ride aggressive, it's blowing out one side or the other. So I don't know what's going on there. It's kind of disappointing. And it's $100 shock. And yeah, I know it's just it's a lower grade, but had a lot of good reviews. So we're gonna have to address that issue. If anybody knows or know of any maintenance I'm lacking up, but this thing's not that old. So I had 90 and 50 on the negative side. That's disappointing. It really is. Let's make the best of it. So all kinds of problems. Once again, that's okay. We're gonna make the best of it. We're not gonna dwell on the negativity of things. we're out here enjoying ourselves. So I bumped the pressure up a lot, so the rear shock's a lot more stiff this time. So we're gonna give that a shot and see what happens before I contact the company. I'll read the owner's manual. And we had about 3 problems again. If you look closely, I have sealant coming out of one of my spokes. So my seal job, it held pressure for 24 hours, and then I got out here riding, and yeah, it's coming down. So I got it to about 30 psi with hopes that it shouldn't be too bad by the time I get up there. Maybe it'll reseal, who knows. But I do have rim sealant tape now. I'm going to be getting on there. I used electrical tape and Gorilla style Gorilla duct tape, and it didn't seem to hold. The front did. I guess the back takes more of the blunt shock force, so maybe that's why. Also, we readjusted. I put thread lock on these so they wouldn't back out anymore, and I have them adjusted in further now. They were way too far out. I couldn't get a hold of them too well. That was really sketchy. So we're gonna see how the shock holds up. That's very disappointing, and I don't want to, you know, go home and it worked fine in just my track, and then every time I come back here I have issues with it. We're running a higher pressure in there now, so we're gonna see if that does the job here. So let's get back out on the trails, guys. Anybody want a free glove? Yeah, we're not giving up. We're gonna hit it again here, and all kinds of problems all the time. I just can't wait till everything's like fine-tuned. But yeah, I don't know how that goes. But we're going back. We're just going to get back down 3 saws again, just till I have like more. All of these brakes are set way better this time around. I like the one finger on them and still have a good grip on my handlebars. Yeah, disappointing. Hopefully, maybe it's just user error on the setup of the shock. But you know, if it gives me trouble, or if the company can help me out, you might even just go towards like a Fox shock or a Rock shock if I can find something maybe used. Definitely not made of money. But we'll see. We might go to the top here and run that tabletop on those, and there's a couple berms in the pump start there, and see how the shock is. Nice little scene here. I'll get this in here. That's Hamburg Road out there on the side of 3 Saws Trail. Beautiful. Are you serious? So now my bike's making noises. That has not been a good day. I mean, it was making a little noise, but nothing like it is now. Just met up with a dude who was pretty knowledgeable with bikes. Definitely more experienced than me anyway. I was just saying how this would be a good dirt jumper bike, but the suspension is just not for up here. And I'm finding that out more and more each and every time I push myself up here, for sure. Yeah, my wife would love to hear that. I need a bike. I need an enduro bike. That's what I want though. Definitely rolling a little better now. Definitely rolling a little bit better this run. But we gotta make do with what we have for now. How's it going?
Good as well.
How you doing? Noisy, noisy. Yeah, like he said, you're gonna be beat up. Yeah. That's why my forearm part is so crazy. It's just, the suspension's not ideal whatsoever. As long as my wheel don't fall off. Kind of sketched out with doing the walk now. Unbelievable. Like I say, we gotta make the best out of it. People are showing up now. Still rather cold out here. Back brake that. Definitely rolling faster with the more pressure in, but I almost like to feel the 24, 22. I tell you, this is a fun trail. And my noisy bike. Gotta love it. Definitely not as aggressive today with my a million problems. And it's cold and my hands are asleep already. I was gonna see if I could get the whole trail in. I'm not sure yet. I might need to give my hands a break. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't hit it. Oh my gosh, this suspension is way too stiff. We gotta do something with that. Time for a new bike. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Whoa, off trail. Hiya! Screechy bike coming through. He says that'd make a good dirt trumper. The guy basically told me I have no business being up here with this setup. You're gonna beat yourself up. Yeah, I have been, but it's been fun. Ooh. Keep it going. Now, trail we go. My hands are definitely falling asleep here. Now it makes me wonder how this would feel with a decent setup. Whew. Definitely people showing up now. Yo. Hey guys. Oh my gosh. Beating myself up. This rear shock is way too tight. This is kicking my ass end up in the air. All right, that's gonna do it for today. Still fun. A lot of problems, but still fun. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.